And here we go. Title match of the PBA Xtra Frame Maine Shootout. Mike Jakubowski joined now by PBA Tour Champ. And somebody that went deep in this event, Dave Watka, welcome back.
Thanks, Mike. Glad to be here. Looking forward to this event, this title match here.
Belmonte starts with a strike, and I will venture to say long format, short format, these are the two players that are probably competing at the highest level at the moment.
Yeah, you know, it never ceases to amaze me no matter what format we use. You know, Belmo's the hottest player on the planet, and Josh is coming off his first win, looking for his second win on the very next week. It's just incredible, and he has been throwing it awfully good this week.
Opening shot for Josh Blanchard at a packed Bayside Bowl.
And a great shot to start there. Answers to that Belmo strike in the first frame. I don't think we're going to see a shortage of strikes in this title match, Mike.
And two ways of going about it.
Yeah. We're going to have Josh playing far to the right. He's been playing far to the right all week. He's really almost been the only person that could play there the whole time and get his ball to look right. And Belmo kind of played him where the rest of us did. And, you know, he kind of skated by a few matches. And then when it came down to the semifinal, he bowled great.
Oh, Messenger in front.
Bad break there. It came down to the semifinal. Belmo bowled great when he needed to, and here we are in the final match. And I got to be honest with you, there was a lot of people that picked Josh very early in the tournament, just based on the fact that Wes Malott shot 790 in round one and lost to him. So we all knew that Josh had a good look, and would have been my chance to take a shot at him had I gotten by Oscu, but just wasn't going to happen that last game.
Yeah, we fell for you watching that one.
My ball just quit hooking. I don't know really what happened there, but my ball quit hooking.
That's a bad place to be in against Oscu Palermo. Belmonte opening strike. Title match. It's still best of three to conclusion here in Maine.
Pretty good shot right there. Take an early 10-pin lead.
And a footnote in history, first PBA Tour winner in the state of Maine will be decided here in the next hour or so. We're glad you're with us here live on Xtra Frame. We started off the 2015 season live in Japan, where Chris Barnes earned 10 million yen. 5 million with the victory, 5 million with a perfect game in the semifinal match. And now our second Xtra Frame exclusive event here in the state of Maine. Belmonte opening double.
Got that one a little left off his hand there. He's probably fortunate to only get a 9-pin there. That definitely could have gone through the face. But a little break there, tripping the 4 out, and just, I'm sure, 9 spare. Although we saw a plethora of 9 outs on the PBA League show the other day, I don't think we're going to see that right here. I think all of us have had a few days to kind of get used to the atmosphere here again. Let me just kind of hit on that real quick. As you can see, the crowd, you know, these people in Portland are unbelievable. They've been out here since 9 o'clock this morning again with the first round, and the place has been packed again.
A 12-lane facility here at Bayside Bowl. PBA League competed here. We'll see that play out over the next 3 Sundays on ESPN. And now we'll conclude.
Yeah, I'm not watching anymore. The Philly Hitmen lost.
Blanchard struck back here in the first.
Pretty good shot right there. Oh.
Ooh.
Boy, that looked pretty good off his hand. I think he liked it off his hand, too.
Fresh pair. Players got 10 minutes to warm up there, as has been the regular mode on fresh pairs of lanes.
Yeah, and, you know, we used lane 6 in the PBA League shows, and I bowled my match against Tom Hess on 5 and 6 last night, and lane 6 is definitely tighter down the lane. It was during the PBA League show as well, so you definitely have to watch the speed control on lane 6 more than more than anything. All right, Josh needs to regroup right here. Early on, just get up and make a good shot. And that was a great shot. You know, that's what a true champion's going to do. They're just going to shake off that last shot. They're going to get up there, forget about it. You got to have very short-term memory in this sport. 'Cause every shot is a new game.
That's just a talent. It's so tough to not let that seep in a little bit.
Yeah, and it is.
Or a lot of it.
A lot of it. It's very difficult to just let it go. You gotta, every time you make a bad shot or whatever, you gotta leave it there. Every frame is new. And there we're seeing lane 6 tight down the lane again. Josh 2-8-10. Belmonte gets right up behind him and leaves the 2-10. And if he doesn't spare this, we're gonna be only a 10-pin match, where Josh can get back up and even the match in the next frame. I've seen Belmonte shoot enough splits, though. I'm not writing this one off. This is 70-30 that he makes it. Maybe even more.
That's a real good call.
Yeah. We've seen that time and time again. The Tournament of Champions show, the Masters show, time and time again we see that. He's just good. I know you and I had this conversation last night on Xtra Frame, and people can say what they want about him, and the guy's good. There's just no two ways about it. Not only can he do something that none of the rest of us can do, we just physically can't do it, but he's also awfully good.
Another look at that conversion with the extra look.
Perfect. Can't draw it up any better than that. So now we still have a 21-pin match. Josh, being on the strike, can still get up and cut into that lead. Let's see what Belmo does here. And again, that short-term memory, I'm sure he's going to get up here and make a great shot.
Just a touch wide in the pocket and the 10-pin.
And you know, you can, I think the people at home can see the difference in the two lanes right there, because those two shots almost looked identical. Like they were really, really close, and lane 6 is just a lot tighter down the lane. It has been all week. It was during the team shows, and it has been during every single match. No problem with the spare there.
Different territory for Blanchard. He was out in front of Osku and stepped on him and never let him in. And a little different scenario here. He hasn't gotten the 6-baggers.
Yeah, I think, you know, I go back to Josh's very first match of the tournament against West Malott, and West bowled 270 against him in the first game. Josh had 2-0, but Josh just kept plugging. He knew he was, you know, he was close. He had a good look. Just kept making good shots, and he won both games. There's a much better shot. Now we only have a 10-pin match. And getting back to what I was saying, you know, Josh came back and bowled 258 game 2 and 258 game 3. Mind you, West bowled 256 both of those games. So, you know, Josh coming off winning his first title in Munich last week, I just think he's on a high, and I think that has a lot to do with it. He's just loose. He's throwing it good. He knows he's throwing it good. And there's one thing I've always said about the top 30 or 40 or 50 guys in the world. When they know they have a good look and they know they're throwing it good, it's really hard to beat them.
Oh.
And another good one there. We have a tie ball game right here.
Opening game, best of 3 to decide the champion at the Xtra Frame Maine Shootout. First player to win 2 games will claim the trophy, the $10,000 first prize check, and a PBA Tour title. It will be the 13th for Belmonte and the second back-to-back for Blanchard.
See a little adjustment there by Jace. He didn't quite get that one as far wide on that right lane. So a little bit of an adjustment there. And we are all tied up through 6 frames. He doesn't look like he's taking as much time as normal. You notice that?
He is ready to play.
He's just up there and going.
I think it just speaks to his overall why he's doing what he's doing.
And
the
another
sequencing in his mind is so quick. He's so decisive about what he wants to do, and then he goes up there and executes it. That is just the recipe for what he's been able to do.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for the fans at home too. You know, the longer you stand there and think about it, the worse it's going to be. Just you got to commit to it. You get up there, you commit to it, you make it, commit to what you're going to do, and you go up and make the shot. Now let's see if Josh can conquer this right lane one more time. Keep the match even. And another great shot by Josh. Great shot. So we have an even match all through 7 frames. I think we can buckle our seatbelts. I think we're in for a good ride on this one.
I agree wholeheartedly. And we hope you're enjoying it wherever you're at tonight. We're coming at you live from Portland, Maine. PBA 50 Tour begins a week from Sunday live on Xtra Frame. We'll have every event for you, starting with the first from Lane Glow Bowl.
That looked like a pretty good shot right there.
Nix, boy, when you can get the pet kid and place it.
And play into the crowd. You know, I think Josh is trying to get into the crowd. The crowd's been a little pro Belmo here because he's been here a couple days early. He was doing some exhibitions. Josh is trying to win that crowd over a little bit. That looked like a pretty good one.
Ooh. It may have been just a little inside the target as well.
A little slow. And again, that's probably a product of the 210 previous on that lane, where you know the ball, you know lane's a little tighter, you're going to hit a little bit harder, make sure you get it there, and then that's what happens. Once again, I'm not putting anything past him because we've seen him make this on the Tournament of Champions show as well. This is not a new spare for Mr. Belmo.
Let's see if he can make this one.
Nope. A little too far right, and that's going to put him at a big deficit. Just a little too far right, and you know, this oil pattern that we bowled on this week, the World Championship pattern, those outside 6 or 7 boards, you get it a little too far right there, it is not going to hook. So that spare, when you bowl on some kind of league pattern or a shorter pattern, that's a little easier spare. This longer pattern with some OB to the right, not the easy. Oh, that was way right. Looked like he might have been trying something a little different there. I think maybe he's kind of wrote this game off and trying something a little different.
And now he definitely will go into the rack.
You know, we talked about that last night as well. When you get in this format where total pins don't really matter, when you get to a point where you feel the match is out, you're going to try some different things, and you may only be down by 10 in the match, but you may end up losing by 60 because you might try a few different things. You might see what you can come up with because it is do or die. It's one game at a time. So Jason Belmonte with a max score of 206. And Josh is in the 220s right now. Just needs a couple of marks. 1 mark, actually. 1 mark in 2 frames to take game 1. Well, that went from maybe not being a mark to being a strike and locking the match out.
So Blanchard, after the tentative start, stomps on it, and you were aware of the history, and it played out again.
Yeah. It's
more than aware.
Yeah.
That's called good color commentary.
Hey, I try. You know.
Mike J with Dave Wadka.
I've had I've had a year and a half and not being able to be in the booth very much with you
That's
guys,
true.
which is
That's
a good
true.
thing. So.
That is a good thing.
And a great shot to lock out game one right there. Josh Blanchard out to the early lead.
Blanchard 1-0 in this best of 3. 1 game away from claiming his second PBA Tour title. Belmonte will need to sweep the final 2 to claim his 13th.
Right now, if I'm Josh Blanchard, I'm keeping the hammer down. We have seen it all too many times in this format where you win game 1 by a lot, but game 2 is really game 2 is pivotal. Like, if you win game 1 and you don't shut it out in game 2, then more people have won that third game.
The momentum kind of swings.
Yeah. You know, when it gets to a game 3, and I'd like to see the stats on that actually. When it gets to game 3, I bet you the person that won game 2 won way more than the person that won game 1. It's hard to get that momentum back when you lose it.
243 winner for Josh Blanchard. Belmonte will have the 10th to try what he wishes.
He moved way left there, tried to slow down. And again, that lane 6. I got to be honest with you, Mike J. I think he's going to struggle. I think he's going to struggle on lane 6. He's going to have to make some drastic adjustment on lane 6.
Tries the backup ball for the conversion.
Trying to maybe get an extra shot there, but he is going to have to make a big adjustment on lane 6. That lane being so tight down the lane, and Josh's angles being so straight, it's not going to affect him as much. And I wouldn't be surprised here to see Belmonte hook it on lane 5 and at some point try to play a little straighter on lane 6, because he's not having a lot of trouble on lane 5.
So here we go, game 2 quickly.
First frame opener, Josh wasting no time to get up there. That's a great opening shot.
What
in game
a confident stroke. And as you mentioned,
you think he looks like he's ready to win?
He sure does. He sure does. And no messing around. Ready to go. Execute. And if everything we've seen is Belmonte with that factor, jumping out and putting a thought in your mind, Blanchard.
Yeah, just wasting no time there.
Wasting no time.
See what Jason Belmonte does here on lane 6, and you can see he's taking a little extra time here. This wouldn't be surprised to see him make sure he uses both his re-racks here. He's gonna.
I'd be taking time to keep Blanchard on that seat for a bit.
Yeah, he is going to do whatever he
Belmonte
can.
knows what he's going to execute.
Absolutely.
He's not up there.
No.
He's
He's probably going to implode, and he moved way in again on this lane to see.
How about that shot?
That's a great shot.
Game on.
I think we're going to see him slow the pace of the second game way down. He's going to take his time. He's going to take every bit of time he can.
You got a hot player on a string of strikes.
This mic's not on. How we doing?
Josh Blanchard grabbing the mic.
Josh is talking to us.
I like how it says Japan on my mic.
You think he's loose?
That's an indication of a loose player.
You think he's loose right now?
But now that'll get his attention.
Belmo steps up there and makes 2 great shots, which is exactly what you would expect him to do. And let's see how Josh responds to that now. Now, again, I think this right lane is going to be the key. Even with Josh playing the straighter angles, I think this right lane is going to be the key. Let's see what he can do here. He's got to make sure he keeps that speed down on this lane to get it to roll up. He gets a little quick on this lane, and it's trouble.
Six around the 10.
That was a great shot. Great shot. Just needs to spare it up. Forget about it. Go over to the other lane. Go make another good shot. I'm curious, do you know who actually won the coin toss for this?
You know, I don't.
Because I'm curious to see who picked to finish on the right lane, or if the person that won picked to finish on the right lane.
Let's see if, yeah, we'll get an answer. John Weber's near, and we'll scramble our research team over there.
No problem with the spare by Josh. He's got to really pay attention here. Just stay in the moment. Get up, make a good shot on the left lane. So our crack research team said that Belmo won the coin toss. And which lane did he start on?
I believe
he finished on the right lane the first game,
yeah,
correct?
Yep.
So he actually picked to finish on the tighter lane. That's maybe they were a little different in practice. That looked like a good shot right there. Good shot. Didn't let that ring 10 phase him. Just one shot at a time. Got up there, made another good one. You see Belmo taking a little extra time. Not running right up there to get it.
Belmonte needs this game to force a deciding game 3. Needs to sweep for the title.
And a good break there. Really good break there. You can see he's trying to make sure he throws it slow on that lane to get it around the corner down there, and that, you know, if he keeps throwing it there, he's flirting with the 4-9. No, he's gonna. I still think that lane's gonna be a factor late in the game. He liked that one. You could see it right off his hand that he liked that one. A great shot there. Takes a 20-pin lead. Now Josh needs to get up and make a good shot on this right lane here. Made a great shot last time. He's got to get up and just do it again, not worry about what happened on the last one. Little in behind the head pin there, and again, you know, he's that lane is just a little bit tighter. So he's just got to spare this up again. He's still very early in the match. And no problem again with the 10-pin. Mike J, with everything else that's gone on this weekend, would you have it any other way than having a third game for this title match?
No, I wouldn't. And big thanks to Ben Canfield, who's watching Xtra Frame tonight. He counted 20 matches that went to 3 games, and the bowler who won game 2 won 13 of those 20.
So that
supports your point.
Yeah.
So thanks, Ben, for that.
Thank you, Ben, for doing that research for us. Appreciate it.
Our crack research team all over the world. Here's Josh Blanchard. 5th frame.
That looked like a pretty good shot. And it crept a little high, maybe a little slow there. And that might be, you know, that could be a little bit of leftover from the right lane where it didn't quite get there. And so he's gonna have to regroup here. Make this spare. See what Belmo does in the next 2 frames, and just keep plugging along. And another spare for Josh. So Josh's hope to get back in this match is when Belmo's up on the right lane. You know, he made a great shot in the first frame on that lane. The third frame, you know, tried to really make sure he got it slow, and he almost 4-9'd. So let's see what happens here. That's way right.
And the pesky one.
The pesky head pin. That is, as we might say, a lot of 9.
That's a whole lot of 9. That could have been a wash, a super wash.
That
bad count.
Well, if it's somebody like me, it's 3 if I throw it there. But yeah, that's a huge break for Belmonte right there, because the 1-2-4 is certainly a lot harder to shoot than the 1.
On the Eins.
So no problem with the spare. And here's where he's, you know, he made that bad shot. Here's that gamesmanship. To be honest with you, I don't even think he looked at that rack. He walked back and just said, "I'm going to take a re-rack." He's just slowing the pace down a little bit. He's trying to regroup himself there. I don't think that had anything to do with the rack right there. I think that was just to slow the pace down a little bit.
Gives us a chance to look at Bayside Bowl and thank Charlie Mitchell, his
Carl
great
Hungus.
staff, Carl Hungus, and Mrs. Hungus.
Mrs. Hungus.
For their support of the PBA League in this Maine shootout.
And a great shot following the re-rack there. As he slowed that down a little bit, regrouped himself, made a great shot. Now, very, very imperative that Josh Blanchard gets up and makes 2 good shots right here to at least make Jason think about it.
Blanchard up a game, trails by 31 here in game 2. This is a best of 3. First player to win 2 games outright will claim the title. This is a PBA title event. Oh.
And there's that lane 6 again. That didn't really look like that bad of an effort, too. I think, you know, this is where...
A little carry down, perhaps, now?
No, and this is where Josh and Jason are playing such different lines. Jason's ball is getting all the way out to where Josh's break point is, and he could be putting some oil down there on his break point. You can see Josh there just going for the 1, try to make another shot to get an idea of what that lane's doing. Is like we talked about, this is not a total pins match. It's really, if I'm Josh here, if I don't strike here and Belmo strikes the next 2 shots, I'm just looking to find something for the next game. I don't care if I shoot 150, because it really doesn't matter.
We'll stay on the wide shot here for a moment, and right in the center you see that little beam of light in the center of your screen that's on the brick wall, and they just added another name to that brick wall in a permanent fashion to honor E.J. Tackett's perfect game.
They added squirrel to the wall. They came in and painted it today. I love it.
Tweeted that photo earlier.
I got to tell you, I had the front 7-1 game today, and I was thinking about it. I wanted a brick.
Darn right.
I wanted shaken, not stirred on a brick. I don't think they could have fit it on one.
Yeah, you might have needed 2 for that.
Yeah, they were going to have to give me 2 bricks for that.
As you look at the back wall, as we show Josh to the foul line, you see all the championship banners from the Bowl Portland League, the main major league here, and the pride of the players that win those banners.
Let's see what Josh does here. Great shot, but ball's just not finishing like it did. So he's going to have to make some kind of adjustment here in the next couple frames. He's got 3 frames to figure it out. You know, again, if Jason gets up and throws a couple more strikes here, this game's irrelevant. He's just going to have to figure it out. Going back to the Bowl Portland or the BOPO League. you know, these people bowl here how league bowling should be. There's no prize fund. They pay one fee at the beginning of the year for their team, and they come in and bowl, and they bowl for pride. They bowl to get that banner out there. They bowl to get their name on that big trophy, kind of like our Elias Cup. This place is just unbelievable. And a great shot by Belmonte on the right lane there. It's looking like he's getting a little looser right now. I think Josh Blanchard's going to have to figure something out pretty quickly here in these last 3 frames to get that third game. So we all know, every one of us that bowls out here, every one of you guys that watches it, we all know once Mr. Belmonte gets it rolling, he is awfully hard to beat. And another great shot.
So turnabout as fair play as Belmonte way out in front, and Blanchard now will have some fishing time.
It looks like Josh made a little ball change right here. He was throwing an Arson low flare solid. Looks like he made a little ball change to an Ebonite Honor right here to get a little more back end. Ball's a little cleaner, a little flippier down the lane. And you can see that. Where it was the kind of 210 shaker 10 reaction, now that ball actually picked up down the lane. So I guess this is kind of a benefit to this format where your overall score doesn't matter. You know, if total pins mattered here, you might not be fishing these last 3 frames. You might be just trying to get what you can get. So again, different mindset in this format. And a great shot on the left lane as well. So the ball change maybe worked. And
interesting.
Not so sure what he's doing there.
Interesting.
Just trying to get done, I get that, but
does he not want to? Because the tendency is you throw that shot, you groove in, you're going to have to change. Is he trying to preserve what he's got?
Maybe. That could be very well. Like he could just be trying to not mess up what he's got, but I don't know. That was a little odd to me.
That was very odd. And the pace with which he did it.
Yeah.
Because now all of a sudden the pace is picked up.
Yeah, that was a little odd to me. See what he does on this left lane. See if he does the same thing again as to just not trying to take any oil off the lane. And he did.
That's exactly what
he threw the plastic ball right down the left side as to try to not change his ball reaction. Once again, on the flip side, going to this format where total pins don't matter, once you have the match shut out, whether you shoot 230 or 270 doesn't make a difference. So very, very different mindset for all of us in this.
All right, so let me get this straight. He's the biggest talent on the planet. He's the best executor at the moment, and now we've seen him operate in every intangible way to
right, he's trying to preserve, even if it's for 1 or 2 frames, he's trying to preserve what his ball reaction is. And you know, honestly, that's a really smart thing. That's not something maybe any of us would even think about. To just get away from where we're playing and not change it. Great shot there by Josh. Now,
conventional wisdom says you're in the groove, you stay in the groove.
You keep it, and that's, you know, all throughout my matches this week. That was kind of how it was for me when I was talking to Jason Couch and Rob Gottschall. That once I got in a little rhythm, even if the match was out, I just want to stay in that rhythm, keep it going, keep the good vibes flowing. We'll see Josh throw another shot. He actually moved in, tried to hook it there. Well, good ball reaction. Didn't go through the pins quite as good, but he actually did try to move in and hook it a little more there. So, as we talked about earlier, we're going to go to a game 3, and I don't think anybody here in Portland would want it any other way.
No, they might like a game 4 or 5, 6
Yeah.
or 7.
And they're giving the ring the bell chant. We just had the camera on the bell. There it is. The ring the bell chant. So the ring the bell chant here is for, it signifies a roll-off. Whenever there's a roll-off, they ring the bell here in the bar. And this constitutes a roll-off. We are in a game 3 for the title. And this is shot number 1 of game 3. And a 2-4-8. See, and you know, Mike J, that's where I'm going to go with you. He kind of took himself a little bit out of rhythm. You know, I get you don't want to change the lanes, but boy, if you're in a rhythm and you're shooting 270, you want to keep that good mojo going.
Supreme confidence. It's certainly what it appears he was doing. Covers the spare.
And
if you're Josh Blanchard,
you like to see that. You absolutely like to see that. Josh made a lot of good shots to finish that. Now, Josh, on his second ball in the 10th, did move in and try to hook it and left that blower 7 a little bit.
But is he testing?
I think he's testing. I'll be curious to see
How
what
much,
he does here on the
if
first
I got
shot.
a board this way, what's my reaction?
And it looks like he's going to stay to the right,
Yeah,
which I think is the right move for him.
It's a real interesting title match. Best of 3 all the way to conclusion here at Bayside Bowl. This is it. 1 game for the title. 10-pin roller. Yeah.
Way into the crowd again. Try to win some of those fans over. And that was a good shot to start there. Not so sure about how that went through the pins. That was a good break. And, you know, I'm just watching him now. He's actually, looks like he's throwing 2 different balls. Looks like he's throwing the arson low flare on the left lane, which is what he's got in his hand right now, and he's throwing the honor on the right lane. So he changed balls only on the 1 lane.
Extra Frame fans, you're seeing it all here tonight. This is a really good title match, and now it's a 1-game shootout.
And good break right there. Kind of missed it at the bottom, missed in a little bit, and got it to roll up. Let's see how Jason Belmonte responds to that double by Josh Blanchard to open the title match.
Got wide.
And again, another light shot. I got to tell you, Mike J, I'm not sure I like that strategy at the end of game 2. I don't question. I mean, I'm not one to question Jason Belmonte. He's the greatest bowler on the planet right now. I'm not one to question that, but boy,
But it's certainly open to interpretation.
Yeah, and you know, you get out of a rhythm when you're in a rhythm. This game is so much about feel, and when you get in a rhythm, you want to keep that rhythm. Made the 2-4-8 back-to-back times. Let's see what happens on this left lane now. If he, you know, the fear here is he's going to try to make it get there, and you try to slow it down a little bit, and you give it a little extra, and especially after back-to-back 2-4-8. So
it's tough to go out and just give it that confident stroke when you've gone 2-8.
Yeah, let's see if he can and commit to it here. And once again, we're going to see him slow the pace down a little bit. Josh got off to the quick double. And I was just informed by Jason Couch, Josh's ball rep, that he is going to go back to the arson low flare solid on the right lane as well. So they didn't like the way the ball went through the pins on that first shot. We're going to see what happens on the right lane.
And this is pure. There's no shot clock here.
No, there's definitely some gamesmanship here. You can take your time. And there it was. You know, you saw it. He gave that a little extra, gave a little slower speed, and he got away with it. Got away with it, tripping that 9 out. Now let's see how Josh responds. He's not going to waste any time. He's going to get right up there, commit to what he's doing.
Championship match, PBA Xtra Frame, Maine Shootout, concluding our PBA main event. Glad you're with us. Mike Jakubowski with PBA Tour Champ Dave Wadka. And we're live at Bayside Bowl, and this is for a PBA title, live on Xtra Frame. Blanchard deciding game 3. He's got a double working, 3rd frame.
And a great shot. So the ball changed back to the Arson low flare there. Probably looks like a good choice. Josh looks very unfazed by the up and down momentum of Jason Belmonte, of the slower and faster and slower and faster. Josh just going about his business.
I've sensed a change in Josh with the birth of their baby, and there's more important things. You still have to get the job done, but there's been a change.
It's not life or death. I looked a little left. Yeah.
Wow, 4-bagger opening. 4-bagger for Josh Blanchard. And the strategy of Belmonte in game 2 to toss spare balls up the middle.
Questionable at the moment. A
Leading
lot of game left, but
yeah,
but questionable at the moment.
certainly led to a slow start for Belmonte back on that right lane.
He really gave that one some extra.
And a solid
And
9.
Well, he gave that one
I
some
think he
extra.
lost his feel for the first 2 frames, and then he threw it the way he wanted to the second 2.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I do think that strategy at the end of game 2 kind of threw him off his rhythm a little bit.
And you knew this lane condition. It is susceptible to the tiniest change.
It's awfully easy to split, as you guys might have seen in my 3rd game today.
We couldn't. We credit you for keeping your composure, because I mean that is, I mean, you just have to. The radiator's got to go on overheat when that happens.
My ball just stopped hooking.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, and let's see if Jason can make a good shot right here. That looked pretty good.
So that'll give him a chance to double on the right lane.
Right, and here's 2 really important shots for Josh Blanchard.
Offense.
Yes. Now is when you get up and you put the pedal to the metal and you do not let up. These are the 2 shots really, you know, kind of define you right here. This is
These shots make champions.
yes. These 2 shots right here. Jason Belmonte has 257 max. Josh strikes right here. He's in the 240s, so you're getting much closer. And just absolutely labeled. Absolutely labeled that one.
And all business on the back end.
No emotion. Business at hand. Take care of it. He's going to get up on the left lane here, on the good lane. He made a fantastic shot on the right lane, which has been the harder of the 2 lanes. It's showed no emotion. Let's go over here to the left lane where he knows he's got good ball reaction.
Light,
And another good
and now he gets a light mix. So that indicates to me there's room.
He's got a little bit of mistake room. The last one on that lane was a little left. That one was a little bit right. Got the light mix on both of them. Now, the pressure's squarely on Jason Belmonte right here.
Yet to double here in game 3. He absolutely must have this.
I'm really excited. If I get 300, I get a brick. So that's the most exciting thing
That's what
about
we're-
this.
that's what
most
we're
exciting
looking
thing
for.
about Bayside.
High flush and a little too high, but he gets the 9 to go.
Now, how's that for being loose during the title match? Josh Blanchard just picked up our roving microphone to talk about shooting 300. I like where he's at right now, Mike. He's just loose. He's doing what he's got to do. Trying to join Squirrel, aka EJ Tackett, as the only other PBA bowler with a brick here in Bayside Bowl.
And if it gets deeper, we'll have to find out if there's a perfect game bonus on this. But for now, 2 crucial shots for Belmonte. 7th frame.
Yeah, he made a good shot. Tripped out the 9-pin on lane 6 where he left it on the. He likes it.
High.
And
3,
high.
6, and 10.
Boy, he looked like he liked it.
He did.
He doesn't usually like step out of it and run it out like that unless he really likes it. Well, Jason Belmonte's got to make this spare, and then he will be at a max of 234. Josh Blanchard already in the 240s, which means if Jason makes this spare right here, and he did.
Blanchard front 6 back in that right lane. Looking for back-to-back titles on the PBA Tour. Oh, almost a 7-10 split. Hits the 7 out real late.
And that is very important that he kicked that 7 out. Now still keeps him in the 240s with a spare here. And once again, Jason Belmonte's max score is 234, which means for Josh just needs to mark out. He marks out, he's a winner.
Don't grab the microphone anymore. That's 2 10-pins after microphone grabs.
Yeah, we're going to take it away from him next time. No problem with the 10-pin.
I think you're seeing the maturation of a player that's going to have an impact on this tour for a long time. He's got the physical tools, and now he's getting the experience and the makeup.
I think you're absolutely right, and I don't think any one of us didn't think this was going to happen at some point. You know, he came out right away, made a couple TV shows, led the, I believe he led the Badger tournament at the Summer Swing a couple years ago in Milwaukee, and lost to Jake Peters in the final match, but bowled a really good game. Just, man, what a great shot.
Blanchard delivers the hammer.
So he is 1 mark in the last 2 frames now. Even if Belmonte strikes in the 8th and 9th, 1 mark in the last 2 frames is a winner for Josh. And the next time Belmonte misses, basically it's over.
Shaker
and
knife.
that would
Strange.
kind of be it.
Wow.
Belmonte.
I got to go back to the 8th and 9th
Mike
in
J,
game 2.
I'm with you.
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
I'm with you on that.
Because one of the points we make consistently over and over, and anyone that watches Xtra Frame knows this, and I've seen it, when you have the opportunity to gather information, I've never seen anyone not take it to that degree.
Yeah, and not only that, but again, that
And just
we are
staying-
all, every single one of us is a field player and a rhythm player, and when you're in a rhythm and you're shooting 270, to take yourself out of that for whatever reason that may be, to take yourself out of that, I just have to question that. Now again, he's the greatest bowler in the world right now, and I take nothing away from that. He's on the greatest run the PBA's ever seen right now. I just question the strategy at the end of game 2, that's all.
Little showtime for Belmo as he converts the baby split with the backup ball. And the conclusion of the Xtra Frame Maine Shootout coming up.
This is a victory lap for Mr. Blanchard right here.
Stick around, folks. We'll have a check and trophy presentation.
So not only do you win your first title 9 days ago, you win your second title now. That's kind of good.
After you know the path coming back and the jet lag.
Yeah. You come back, you fly back from Germany, and you get back on a Monday, and you fly here on a Wednesday, and you're in all those different time zones in 3 days, and then we have 3 days of the PBA League, which was just a unbelievable atmosphere and all the energy and the
opening match you spoke of.
And then the opening match where he loses by 70 in the first game, and Westmont had ball in hand both games 2 and 3 to beat him and didn't. And again, Westmont's one of the greatest bowlers in the world too. He's a top 5 bowler, and he had ball in hand.
Oh, and Westmont is
He had ball in hand 2 games in a row and didn't get it. And next thing you know, Josh Blanchard's hoisting the trophy, 20 hours later. Now it feels like a European event.
Now
they got the clapping going.
Bowl Portland. This is what we saw in the PBA League. Victory lap for a PBA Tour champion, Josh Blanchard. Back-to-back Munich, Germany,
titles.
Portland, Maine. And I'll go down and talk to him.
All right.
Dave Wadka, I'll talk to you for a couple minutes.
That sounds good. What a great finish for Josh Blanchard. Back-to-back titles, and wow, I don't know. You go from having no titles to 2 in a matter of 12 days. That's
and over the course of how many miles?
Really, over the course of 2 continents. So that's pretty impressive.
Josh Blanchard, 2-time PBA Tour champion. There is the trophy.
There's the trophy.
The disembodied head of his opponent cheering him on in the background, along with the rest of the BOPO. And there's his real opponent. The quality sportsmanship at the end.
And the fans here are chanting "Drinks on Fireball," which I'm going to guess is Josh's league name here, since everybody has one. Big time congrats to Josh Blanchard, and I think in a couple minutes we're going to take it down to Mike J for a presentation.
He is standing by as soon as Josh gets in position.
All right.
And there we are.
Jeff, thanks for having me in the booth.
Thank you, Dave.
Appreciate it.
Down to Mike J.
Winner on the Professional Bowlers Tour. And his name is Josh Blanchard. Congratulations. You almost didn't make it out of the first round.
Yeah, thanks, Wes, for leaving a 7-10 to let me buy the first round, and is on the same pair, so I got lucky there. But really, thank you to Bayside Bowl and everybody here. You guys made it so much fun this weekend, win or lose. You guys are amazing. Back-to-back.
Back-to-back titles on the PBA Tour, a first-time winner at the Brunswick Euro Challenge just outside Munich. And Josh, backing it up here with your second title, and the nature of this event, the pressure never let up, and you managed it all the way through to the finish. Take me through this type of tournament where you never had a chance to breathe, really.
Yeah, you're right. This format is very hard. You lose the first game, and your back's against the wall, and like it was against Wes, and I talked to my ball reps, Couch and Gotchel here, and I said, I have nothing to lose. I better move. And I moved in both 250, 250 to get by him. And, man, if I didn't get by him, this wouldn't be possible. So thanks to those guys for helping me out. But this is a tough format, and it's really nice to win a really tough format, that's for sure.
and I see two very special people in your life that have been here the entire time.
Yes, yes. Thank you to my beautiful wife Amy and my new daughter Madeline. They mean the world to me, and this would not be possible if it wasn't for them. So I love them so much, and I can't believe they came across the country to watch me in the cold when it's 90 degrees at home. So back in Arizona, I love you guys. I'll see you soon.
Charlie Mitchell, Carl Hungus is here, the proprietor of Bayside Bowl.
I didn't win.
And first of all,
I got a 298 through 2.
First of all, thank you so much and congratulations. This first ever PBA League Maine event and this Xtra Frame Maine Shootout. Everyone, and I think I speak for every player, every coach, every member of the PBA staff, thank you so much. What a great couple of days here in Portland.
Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank these guys. The fans are the ones that made this so special for everybody. Thank you. Happy birthday, Mike. We can't believe how lucky we are to have you guys here, and we can't wait to do this again. We love having the PBA in Maine. It's incredible. And I don't know if now's the right time or not, but before you guys go, I'd really like to get all the pros and coaches down here so we can give you guys one more big Bayside round of applause.
We'll do that following our check presentation, and let me allow you to have some words for our champion. You've already given him the trophy.
Well, you had that thing as soon as you beat West. You've been bowling great all weekend. It's a pleasure to watch you bowl. Congratulations on a title. You're a hell of a bowler.
Hungus! And now I'd like to introduce Kirk Von Kruger, the Deputy Commissioner of the PBA Tour and Tournament Director for the Professional Bowlers Association, who has a very special piece of paper for Josh Blanchard. Kirk? No? No check? Direct deposit. Well, Kirk, come on up here anyway. Don't you have a direct deposit slip or some piece of paper?
No, we're going green this week. It's a direct deposit right into the account. $10,000. Congratulations. Back-to-back wins, Josh. It was incredible to watch you bowl.
And Josh, one more question before we get each and every player and each and every coach to come on out and receive applause from the BOPO community. Just wanted to ask you about your physical game. Dave Watka helped us call the action, and we just saw confidence in you. And we believe that we're seeing the maturation of a future star in this tour for many years to come. Your physical game was amazing during this particular event. Now you've gone back-to-back a couple thousand miles away and then all the way here in Portland. Your physical game is really developing. What is the key for you at the moment?
I just gave up on hooking it. I don't throw with two hands. I don't have the revolutions to keep up with some of these guys, and I kind of just I called it quits in terms of hooking it, and I just said I'm going to play straight, and it's my best option. And it's really worked the last 2 weeks, so I think I'm going to stick with it for a couple more weeks.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you at the Summer Swing coming up.